catch 'em all.
Alright guys, this is Outdoor Blooded TV. We're going to show you a quick video here of how to properly use a climber. This climber in particular is a Viper SD. First thing you want to do is, when you're walking in the woods, make sure you find a good tree. You don't want it too big around the bottom. This is actually like a perfect tree. You want to make sure, this one's a little curvy at the top, but you want to make sure that the tree's pretty straight the whole way up, and you want to look at it. The bottom's always going to be bigger because it's the base of the tree, but the top, as it goes up, it'll get narrower. So when you attach the bottom around the tree, you want to look at the angle of this tree, the bottom of it, and you want to figure out what angle you need. Normally, if it gets really a lot more narrower, you want this closer, like this. But if it doesn't get that much smaller at the top, make sure you keep it like this. That way when you get up there, your bottom of the tree, or your bottom of the stand's level. So for this tree, you don't really need to have it too much angled. Probably about like this, about like that. Now it'll feel weird when you first start out because of having it like this, but as you get up there, the bottom and the top, they'll go from this and they'll just keep going like that. Always make sure before you start climbing, whether you have a API climber, a summit climber, whatever it is, that this is locked in and it can't move. Come over here and show 'em. That should be locked in like that. And if it's an API, it'll have a pin that you put down through here and you lock it in. That way this can't move from around the tree. Then you just take the top. Normally I move this the whole way down. And I go over on this side. That way the bottom's not getting in my way. Make sure you, depending on how you like it, I like my top and my bottom to be about the same whenever I get up there. But make sure you put it the same amount of, the same number of pegs in. That way when you get up there, it's the same. And this thing, this string, some people don't use them. I do. It attaches around the bottom and the top. That way, if you're up there climbing and the bottom would fall out from underneath you, it won't fall the whole way to the ground. So I move this down a little, move this up. And you just climb up in. Put your feet down in here. Whenever you're climbing up, make sure when you want the bottom to come up, point your feet down, just slide it up. And when you get to the top, and you're at the height you want to be at, make sure you lock in the top. Go out on the front, push down on it. That way you know it don't go anywhere. Normally then, there'll be a strap that you can take around the tree, lock it into this side and this side. That way the top don't go side to side. And it'll stay right where it is. Then you get up here, You can sit all day long and just wait for that big buck to walk in.
Now come back down.
So when the hunt's over, and you probably didn't see anything, you lower your bow down, you unstrap it from around the tree, start climbing down. But I do want to say one thing. Make sure when you're using a climber that you wear a safety vest, because if you fall out, you're done. So I should be wearing one, but for this video I'm not, and I've done it a lot of times. But when I'm hunting, I always wear one. Then you start climbing down. I always bring the top down to where my bottom is, right above it. Then I take the bottom down to about right there. That way I can get the most length out of each time I go down. And I take this down to the bottom again. And when I get to the bottom, like that, you just slide on out. That's pretty much it.